Hello, third graders. This is Mr. Turalba, and I will be walking you through the different programs that you are going to be using for the next couple of days. One of them is Clever, the next one is Extra Math, and the Social Studies Weekly Reader. Now, most of you are familiar on how to access Clever, but I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the steps just to make sure that you know how to get to the different projects that your teacher is going to be creating for you and how to complete the different assignments that you have to do for the next couple of days. So the first thing that you need to do is actually get to clever.com. Most of you are familiar with the website. This is what it looks like. Once the website comes up, you have to click on login as a student. Then this option will come up. Now, your login information is going to be your 7-digit number, and your password is going to be the same number, either the 7-digit lunch number, or you may want to try 123 as your password. Once you enter both numbers, your username and password, you click on login, and that will prompt you to basically a page that is designed for you to use. At the top, you are going to have multiple resources provided by the county, such as BrainPop Junior, BrainPop, Mayan. If you have other teachers and that teacher has created assignments for you, then you will have those assignments also display on that screen. As you can see, everyone is going to have a folder from me with your assignment in here. You will have extra math. Now, for the rest of the third graders, you will have your teacher's name, and then you will have extra math as one of your resources to utilize. If you continue to scroll down, you will have your math resource, which is basically the math book, but all of the resources, videos, manipulatives, and whatnot are going to be digital. And then the Studies Weekly Reader, which is also an online version of the paper copy that you're taking home. If you scroll all the way down, you will have other resources that are available to you. Now, we are not using these resources other than my own BrainPop and BrainPop Junior for the next couple of weeks. Perhaps we might use Newsela, but we're not sure yet. Now, as of now, you know now how to get to Clever. Now, once you log into Clever, you will have access to the 3 resources that we are going to reference throughout your next 10-day assignment schedule, which is Mayan, the math book, and the Studies Weekly Reader. Again, you're taking home the hard copy of each of these resources, but this is just an additional resource for you to utilize if you need the digital version of it. Now, this is what your assignments look like. So let's look at the first one. So for day 1, you'll need to work on extra math for 30 minutes. Now, before you can access any of the different sessions in extra math, you'll need to take a pre-assessment. So everyone, the first time that you log into it, you will be prompted to this video. It's basically going to walk you through the pre-test. You can go ahead and listen to your instructions. After you do that, you press continue. It will give you a visual. As you can see, the video is going to walk you through what the purpose of this pre-assessment is. Once you listen to all the instructions, you continue, and then it will prompt you to a series of questions where you have to answer as quickly as possible. Now I'm going to go ahead and exit this so this person can go ahead and complete the assessment later. Okay, so that will be extra math. Once you complete your pre-assessment, the program automatically will generate the sessions that you need in order to become more fluent with your addition and subtraction math facts. Now, going back to your assignment, For example, for day one, for reading social studies, you'll need to read the weekly reader 12, New World. So again, you have a hard copy, but if you want to go to the online resource, you log into clever.com, scroll down to the Social Studies Weekly Reader, and then you will have the weekly readers that you are going to be working on for the next couple of weeks. Now, you are in third grade, so you are going to choose this option, and then weekly reader number 12. So as you can see here at the top on the left-hand side, you'll have the week number, and then you just click on continue reading. That will prompt you to the weekly reader itself. Okay, you will need to click on each of these chapters and read the information that is going to be displayed on the right hand side. So let's say that you go to the first chapter, which is Where Should We Live? You click on that, you read this information, and then at the end of your reading, you will have 3 questions which you need to answer. So you will answer each of this by clicking on the answer choices, just one of them, and then you will move on to the next chapter. You will read this information. At the bottom, you'll be again prompted to answer 3 additional questions. Now, if for any reason you are having a hard time reading this content, you can go ahead and just press the play button and it will read it to you. So as you can see, it's not only reading the text out loud, but it's also highlighting where the reader is reading. So you can go ahead and track along with the reader, and therefore you can go ahead and work on your decoding skills and perhaps your fluency. Once you complete all the chapters or the 6 chapters that you have here, you will be basically finished with your assignment for the day. So that will include the extra math and the weekly reader. Now, please do not work ahead. Go ahead and just wait for the next day to complete the next assignment. Okay, so again, once you log into Clever, you automatically have access to not only MyOn, but also the math book and the weekly reader. For the math book, you will click on the McGraw icon. The math book will load digitally, and of course you are in third grade. You will click on the ebook, and you will go to the page number for your assignment. So for example, day 2, you have an assignment from page 715 to 720. So you will type in page 715, go, and then the book will automatically take you to that page. Again, you are taking home the math book, the hard copy math book. So you might want to work on the book itself and not the online version. But just know that the online version is available for you to utilize. Another feature from the online book is that you also have other additional resources here, such as videos. If you need help understanding a concept, you can go ahead and watch some of those videos to better understand what to do for sessions, as you can see here. So I'll go ahead and stop that. I just wanted to go ahead and show you that there are additional resources here that you can use, such as manipulatives, videos explaining in depth the skill that you're learning for that session, some additional resources here listed for you to utilize. So that will be the math. So anytime you are completing a math assignment, please do it on the book itself, and then if you need additional resources, you can definitely access the online version. For your writing assignments, you can go ahead and just access your 365 account on Office 365. If you don't have access to internet, you can definitely just write your response on a piece of paper. For those of you who are not familiar with accessing your Office 365, all you have to do is look for the icon or go to your Internet Explorer, Google Office 365, and then you can go ahead and just open up the program. Now, most of the assignments that we're asking you to complete are asking you to use Word, either Word or I believe there's one on Microsoft PowerPoint. So you will choose the correct program or software. You click on New Document and you basically just type in your response. Make sure that for each assignment you read the directions. Each assignment is followed by a detailed description of what are you to include in your response. For example, here for day 6, your learning target is I can write a detailed fictional story, and then your instructions are write a fictional story including all story elements. So you need to include characters, a setting, a detailed plot, problem and solution, and dialogue using quotation marks. So as you're typing your response on Word, make sure that you go ahead and address the elements that we're looking for in your response. I hope this video was useful. Again, most of the programs that you are utilizing are through Clever.com. So as long as you know how to log into Clever, then you should be okay. The resources online are additional resources with the exception of extra math. The math book for the McGraw-Hill and the weekly reader for Studies Weekly are going home on a hard copy paper for you to utilize. Mayan is online along with extra math for you to also use and complete your assignments. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your teacher and they'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have.